Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Saints. With that, we'll send you out to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, where we'll check in with the two men calling the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And you know, Charles, as Larry pointed out in the open, got a couple of great quarterbacks set to square off here this afternoon. That ball's probably going to be flying all over the place, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. And the game has never been more quarterback-centric than it is now. And both of these teams have top-flight signal callers.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Brees now to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. They go play action for Ingram. Now Brees. Surveying the field. And this one is incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Brees to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So opening drive, 3rd down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on 3rd down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead. 56 yards, and the Saints have taken the early lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, is what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
They come out here in the eye. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. Whoosh. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. At the end of one, it's a close game here early on. We'll head back to New Orleans after this. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down. They run again on first down. Martin. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Winston. Toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. A first down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Jameis on second down. Finding time. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now they run with Sims. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Now Brian Anger in his 5th year out of Cal on to punt it away. Back deep here, Marcus Murphy. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Four down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
They'll come out in the pistol. Breeze now on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Spence. And you know who experienced a heavy dose of what we just saw right there was the Browns in week 3 of the preseason. The Bucs sacked them 5 times.
Absolutely relentless in their pressure, weren't they? And it's a brand new start for them on defense as well. A new staff leading them. And they've got players that they can turn loose, and they did against Cleveland, and they appear to be able to do that throughout the season.
On second down, Ingram. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now Forbath for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Saints are happy to be in front, and they'll look to play another solid half of football. The Buccaneers know it's always hard to come in and get a win on the road, but they're not out of this one yet. All right, let's roll those moving pictures. Saints on their opening drive. Breeze on target here, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. They strike first in the half. Now, early in the second quarter, Richardson's got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 5. Midway through the second quarter, Spence has got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 7. Saints later on the drive. Ingram's going to take it up the middle, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. The lead now at 14.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Here's Martin. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Play fake to Martin. Now Jameis. Evans has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Offense just a yard away from the line they need to gain. 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Backing up. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Murphy. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
And this will be caught at the 30. That one goes for 38 yards. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Another pistol look here. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. He'll get the football here. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Breeze going to throw here. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kobe Flainer, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Saints defense, we watch them get set to go. They are looking to preserve this shutout, so for them, a lot on the line.
A lot on the line, a lot of pride that goes into that. Because let's face it, when you've had that kind of a day, you do not want any type of a fluke play to end it. You're going to win the game. That's not the issue. But to have a clean ledger going into the locker room and sitting in film next week, oh, that's satisfying.
Makes you feel good.
Oh, that's the way to do it.
They're looking to cradle that goose egg.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Ready? Move ready. Mike, 53.
Jameis now on first down. He's got time. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Second down following the incompletion. So the defense flinches, contact made, and the 5-yard penalty ensues.
Encroachment, defense. Still second down.
Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. Now a second down throw for Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
A first down throw for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Baltimore.
Crab cakes will be waiting for us, partners. We head to the airport.
Heck yeah.